All right, well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day in mathematics. Whoop, whoop. Warm-up number 7's on the screen. Let's get started, please. Number 1 says, write the compound inequality shown by the graph. Number 2, identify the inverse. F of x equals 3x minus 2. And number 3, evaluate the function using the domain -1, 0, 1. F of x equals 3x minus 2. I'll give you guys some time. Copy and go. All right, here we go. I'm going to start off by writing the compound inequality for this graph. I'm going to start with the green part. Start with the dividing point, which is this one. That is 1, 2, 3. Yes? And the shaded region going to the left, that is x. So what are all those numbers compared to 3? Less than, and this is a solid, so it's equal to. Next, let's go to the green one. What is the dividing point here? So we got 3, 4, 5, 6. Bless you. Shaded going to the right. So what is 6 compared to all those numbers? 6 is what? Less than, yes? And it's a solid point, so it's equal to. And since there's a gap between the two graphs, what do we write? Or, the word or. We're going to be reviewing some of that because yesterday I sensed a disturbance in the force that told me that some of y'all, this erased from your memory, then you do solution set of x such that, and you close your bracket. All right, let's go to number 2, identify the inverse. What is the first step? First step, we change to y, the f of x, 3x minus 2. Next, we solve for x. So that means I need to add 2 to each side. I end up with y plus 2 equals to 3x. And last but not least, divide by 3. Divide by 3. That leaves us with, I'm going to write this over here, y plus 2 divided by 3 equals x. Am I done? Nope. Now we have to switch what? The variables. So now we end up with x plus 2 over 3 equals y. This is what we call the inverse. But now we need to rewrite it in function notation. So we write x plus 2 over 3 equals f of x. However, don't forget that little -1 to indicate that now this is what we call the inverse. How we doing? Yes? Go to number 3, evaluate the function. So, f blank equals 3 blank minus 2. What's my first value? -1. And we said that this is only a label, this. So I'm just going to rewrite it, f of -1, and work on the right side. 3 times -1 is -3 minus 2. What is -3 minus 2? -5. Let me do that again for the next value. F blank 3 blank minus 2. Minus 2. So my next value is 0. Left side stays the same. It just tells us what we're working on. F of 0. 3 times 0 is 0, minus 2 is -2. And last but not least, f blank, 3 blank, minus 2. My next value is 1. Once again, the left side is only a label, f of 1. It tells us what we're looking at or working on. 3 times 1 is 3 minus 2, that is 1. All right, let me send you the screen so you can send me your work. All right, thank you for sending that in. Copy the agenda, please. Warm-up number 7, done. Today we're going to be looking at equations and inequalities, today and tomorrow. Home plate, you have 4 problems for today. And number 5, solving equations and inequalities, and adjourn. Copy that, please. All right. So here we go. We got the agenda done. Copy the code to access the home plate tonight. QF6HV. 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 All right? Then last night, let me send you a screen so you can send me what you did. I want to see what you practice on your own. All right, thank you for sending that in. Tonight hopefully looks like this. Look up to the screen. It's going to look very familiar. Flashbacks, yes? All right, good. So, get a Cornell note going, please. You do need a Frayer model. And it reads, I can solve one variable equations and inequalities. I can solve one variable equations and inequalities. As I mentioned before, right now we're in the middle of a review. I'm trying to bring back some of your long-term memory to the front because you're going to need this. But today specifically, we're going to focus on one variable equations and inequalities. And today's going this fast. Look at me. Like that. Bam. You going to see that? Yeah, pretty good. It's going to go super fast, guys, so stay focused. Here we go. I can solve one variable equation and inequalities. Tell your neighbor the main concept for today. Main concept for today. Yes, one variable equations and inequalities. And what are we doing? We're solving. Today I'm going to clarify a lot of little cobwebs that I saw yesterday. Hopefully that's going to help you remember a lot of the stuff. So here we go. Before I get into the Frayer model, look up to the screen. I do a quick introduction to equations and inequalities like this. Look up, don't copy this. Has anybody seen those before? They're called scales. They use that to weigh gold and all kinds of metal. And we know how it works. It's got like something here in the middle, and then when you place stuff on each side, such as, let's say we place 8 pounds of gold on this side, it drops like that. Does that make sense? Since there's nothing on this side, there it is. But in order for us to keep it leveled, what needs to go on this side? 8 pounds. That's how it levels out. And then vice versa, if we add more on this side, such as 11 pounds versus 8, it drops on this side, and to level it, of course, we need more pounds on the other side and such. Well, that's the idea of equations of inequalities. You're like, what? Yeah, watch. This is leveled right now, is that correct? All right. However, check this out. This is usually on a table like this, and it has like a little design like this right there. All right. So check this out. From far away, if you were to be in the Roman Empire era back then, you're wearing a toga, you went to get some tomatoes to the market. They weighed 11 pounds of tomatoes over here. And over here they put a little weight to replicate 11 pounds. From far away, you're going to see that this is leveled with a table. And what symbol does that make? An equal sign. You guys see that? Yes? All right. With that same idea, look. If I go back to here, where was the bar originally? Up here, is that correct? And it dropped like that. So let's see. We have 8 pounds over here, 11 pounds over here, and what is the symbol? You guys see it? Yes, no, maybe so? Yeah. And vice versa. All right. Thank you, Mr. Q. Good introduction. All right, here we go. One variable equations and inequalities. What are one variable equations and inequalities? Let's clarify. Definition. Whoa. Give me a second. They are two expressions equal or not equal to each other that contain one variable. Two expressions equal or not equal to each other. Examples. Here's one. X plus 2 equals 25. Here's an inequality, 3x plus 2 greater than or equal to 25. Another equation, 12 equals y minus 8. Inequality, 12 less than 4y minus 8. Equation, 2/8 equals to 14. Inequality, 2/8 plus 8 less than or equal to 14. Another equation, -3 equals m over 4. Inequality, -3 greater than m over 4 minus 6. All right, these are all examples of what? One variable equations and inequalities. Non-examples, x plus 5 minus 25, and 4x plus 6 equals -2y. Copy that, I'll give you some time. Yep. All right, for the sake of time, look up to the screen. The definition says two expressions equal or not equal to each other. So let's see. According to the definition, look up. On this equation, x plus 2 is an expression by itself. Do you agree? Yes? The 25 is an expression by itself. Do you agree with that? Yes? But then it says two expressions equal to each other. Are they equal to each other? Yes. Over here, not equal to each other. And so on and so forth. And then it says they contain what? One variable. One variable, 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 one variable. Okay. So with that said, tell your neighbor why these two are not one variable equations or inequalities. All right. Pretty good, pretty good. Go with Elia. The first one, Elia, why is that one not a one variable equation or inequality? It has one variable? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. This one? It only has one variable, which is x. Yeah, this one doesn't have a what, everyone? An equal sign or inequality sign. So if this one doesn't have an equal sign or inequality sign, what do we call this? Tell your neighbor. See if they remember. What do we call that? Expression. That is correct. Whenever it doesn't have an equal sign or an inequality sign, it's called an expression. Let's go to the second non-example. Tell your neighbor why that one is not, and then Elia is going to pass someone. Why is that one not a one variable equation? All right? Has more than one variable. This one does have x and y. They're two different variables. That is correct. So, do some hashtags. What makes a one variable equation and equality one variable equation and equality? Hashtag what, everyone? One variable, yes. What else? Hashtag, it needs to have what? Equal signs or less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, less than, or greater than. Now, once again, this is just review. I'm just trying to clarify things in your noodle before we move on. All right. So, steps that we're going to do today. We're going to solve equations and inequalities. But I like to break it down into two steps. Look up, please. The first step, I want to simplify each side of the equation or inequality as much as we can. And then from there, we're going to isolate the variable. That means what? Leave the variable by itself. And what do we use? Inverse operations, yes? All right, so with that said, look up to the screen. Aww, These are very simple ones, yeah? Those are known as one-step equations because it only takes one step. Am I gonna ask you to do those? No. Let's start with 2 steps. Copy these. Example Q, right? Example Q. On the left side, you write this one. On the right side, write that one. Leave plenty of space in between. So we got solve. Negative 5x plus 12 equals 237. All right? So you have your own method of doing this. I have mine. Here it goes. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to write down a line through the equal sign to remind me of the scale. Next, I'm going to simplify each side as much as possible. Look at the left side. Can I simplify the left side anymore? No. How about the right side? No. So now I need to leave x by itself. So x is over here. So what do? Subtract 12 from each side. Jenna? Jenna? Come forth, please. Can she go to the office? Or? Oh no, they were just checking the deal here. Thank you. Next, this cancels. We're left with negative 5x equals 25. Are we done leaving the x by itself? No. Divide by negative 5. X equals negative 5. So, let's do the next one together. Here we go. Line down the equal sign. Can we simplify the left side anymore? No. How about the right side? No. Therefore, we need to leave m by itself. So, we need to leave this by itself. What do? Inverse operation. So, plus 12 plus 12. We're left with 5 equals m divided by 9. We need to get rid of the 9 since the 9 is dividing. What is the inverse? Multiply times 9. Multiply times 9. 45 equals m. How are we doing? Good, yes? All right. From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with these? Yeah? Is it coming back? Yeah? All right, let's crank it up a little bit. Y'all ready? Ha, 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 ha. So these were 1 step, but these are 2 step. Yeah. 2 step. And now we are going towards multi-step. Ha, ha, ha. Copy. This is example super Q. Example super Q. Example super Q. Copy only the one on the left side for right now so we can focus on that one. It reads 2/3 R plus 3/4 equals to 7/12. All right, step 1. Those of you, let's see if you remember, did you learn something that we call fraction busters or get rid of the fractions yet? So first things first, look at the denominators. We have 3, 4, and 12. What would be a common denominator for all 3 of them? 12. So that means we're going to multiply the entire equation times 12. But we're only going to multiply the numerators. Why, Mr. Q? Because if I put 12 over 1, the denominator multiplies these and the numerator multiplies those. Yes? Here we go. 12 times 2, 24 over 3R, plus 12 times 3, 36 over 4, equals 12 times 7, 84 over 12. Line down the equal sign. Can I simplify the left side anymore? Yes. What is 24 divided by 3? 8R. What is 36 divided by 4? 9. And what is, let's look at the right side, 84 divided by 12? 7. So, can you finish that off? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, what do? Inverse operations, I need to leave R by itself. So I subtract 9, 8R equals negative 2. Last but not least, divide by 8. R equals negative 2/8 or 1/4. How are we doing? Is it coming back? Yes? All right. Then do this next one by yourself. That one right there. This is example mega Q. Mega Q. Example mega Q. 2/5 x plus 3/10 equals 1/20. Copy and go. All right. All right, here we go. Leo, what was our common denominator? 20. So you wrote 20 over 1. Distribute that. That gives us 40 over 5x plus 60 over 10 equals 20 over 20. Hands we got up to right there. All right, next. We simplify both sides. This is 9x. No, my bad, 8x. 8x plus 6 equals 1. Leave x by itself. So minus 6 minus 6. 8x equals negative 5. Last but not least, divide by 8. X equals negative 5/8. Hands if you got that by yourself. From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with it so far? Where are we at? 5, 4s, 3s, all right? Yeah, it's coming back little by little. I just want to give you or noodle a little bit of practice. Let's move on. Send that in, please. Copy this one. Example, super duper Q. Super duper Q. We got negative x minus 21 plus 5x equals to negative 15. We're still now in multi-step equations. Multi-step. Negative 8x minus 21 plus 5x equals to negative 15. All right, let's do this one together. Line down the equal sign. Look at the left side. Can I simplify the left side anymore? Yeah, combine negative 8 and positive 5. That gives us negative 3x. Bring down the negative 21. Can we simplify the right side? No, that's negative 15. So, next, we need to leave x by itself. So, what do? Plus 21 plus 21. That leaves us with negative 3x equals 21 minus 15, that is 6. And last but not least, the negative 3 is multiplying. What is the inverse? Divide by negative 3 both sides. X equals negative 2. Man, these are tweezy. Not too easy, they're tweezy. That's my word right there. How about them apples? All right. So with that said, do this one by yourself. And this one is example Shazam Q. 4 equals 2x plus 8 minus 6x. See how you do with that? Copy and go. All right, show your neighbor what you did, please, and then I'm going to have Julian guide us through this one to see what he did. But share with your neighbor first what you do Make sure they have the same thing as you. All right. All right, here we go. Let me help them out to get started. Here you go, Julian. Bam. All right. So, can we simplify the left side, Julian? How about the right? That becomes negative 4x. Bring down the 8, and all that equal to 4. Continue. So negative 8 to both sides because it's the inverse. So we're left with negative 4 equals negative 4x. And last but not least, divide by negative 4 both sides. That leaves us with 1 equals to x. And if you got that, all right, from 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with these? Where are we at? 4, 5, 4, 5, 3, 2.5, okay. We'll get there. Once again, make sure you're working with inverses. This is a review, guys. I'm just trying to get your noodle up to date. Copy this one. This one is example MJQ. How about them apples? MJQ. All right, negative 8x minus 21 plus 5x less than or equal to negative 15. All right, the process is the same, people. Line down the inequality symbol. Look at the left side. Can we simplify the left side? Can we simplify the left side? Yes. What is negative 8 plus 5x? That's negative 3x. Bring down the negative 21 minus 15. Now we need to leave the x by itself. Using inverse operations, we do plus 21 plus 21. Bring down the negative 3x. Bring down the inequality symbol. And 21 minus 15, that's 6. Last but not least, divide by negative 3. X is less than or equal to negative 2. All right. For this one, I am going to ask you guys to graph and then write a solution set. Look up, please. On the side, draw a number line. First, solution is what? X is less than or equal to negative 2. Let's go to negative 2. First, we start with an open point. Then we check, look up, does this have an equal sign? Yes, so we do a solid point. Next, I'm going to test to see which direction to shade. So, I need to substitute a number for x. What number, look up, what number from the number line do you want me to use to check? All right, very good. Somebody said 3. So I'm going to substitute that in here. 3. Is 3 less than negative 2? Is it equal to negative 2? No, this is false. So that means it didn't work for that side. That means I'm going to shade to the left side. Everything to the left. And now that we're here, last thing that I want to cover to make sure people didn't understand last time, inequalities, we write them in solution sets. Here you go. Write this underneath. Set. And then we're using the variable what? X. Write this out, please, like this. So this is what it says. The solution to this inequality says that it's the set, that's what this means, the set, that's what the brackets mean, the set of all x's. Of all x's, that's what that means. The set of all x's, and this line or this bar right here means such that. Such that. So let me read it out again. The set of all x's such that, what? What was my solution? X has to be less than or equal to -2. That's how you write the solution to an inequality. Does that make a little bit more sense than yesterday? Yes? A little bit more sense? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. Once again, the set of all x's such that x has to be less than or equal to -2. We good? All right, let's do another one. Here we go. Copy this one. And this one is example TM and TQ. Let's go. Some people are like, what is that? Really? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Come on now. 10y minus, parentheses, 4y plus 8, close parentheses, equals to -20. So let's do this one together, laying down the equal sign. All right, turn to your neighbor. Let them know what is the first thing we're going to do on the left side. What is the first thing to do on the left side? All right, Julian, pass them one. Allison, what is the first thing to do? Now that we have a parentheses there. Multiply, yes. What? The -1, yes. Distribute that into the parentheses. So bring down the 10y. -1 times 4y is -4y. -1 times 8 is -8. And all that equal to -20. Next, can we simplify the left side, people? Yeah, what is 10y minus 4y? 6y minus 8 equals to -20. Next, we add 8, 6y equals -12. And last but not least, divide by 6, y equals -2. -2. How we doing? Yeah? From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with these? With parentheses? Yeah, 5 4s, 4 3s. All right. Let's do another one. Copy this one. Oh, it's getting interesting. Let's go. Let's go. This is example, since this is one of those different ones, just do example 1. Example 1. 7n minus 2 equals 5n plus 6. Line down the equal sign. Question, can I simplify the left side? How about the right side? No. Whenever you have an equation like this with variables on both sides and they're the same kind, we need to get them all together. I like to start with the smallest one, which is 5. What is the opposite of a positive 5n? -5n to both sides. We're left with 2n minus 2 equals to 6. We need to leave n by itself, so that means I need to get rid of the -2, so plus 2 plus 2. 2n equals 8. Divide by 2. N equals 4. How are we doing? coming back. All right? So that means you can do one of these by yourself, yeah? All right, copy this next one, please. Example 2. There it is. Example 2. 5b plus 2 equals 3b plus 8. Solve that. Go. All right, let's see. Who went last? Allison, pass someone. What do I do first? Subtract 3b to both sides. That leaves us with 2b plus 2 equals 8. Then subtract 2 to each side. That leaves us with 2b equals 6. And then divide by 2, so b equals 3. Hands, have you got that? All right, we're going to start right there. Log out. Once again, your home plate for tonight, you have the code. Those of you following on YouTube, make sure you put some work in. 4 problems for tonight. See you guys next time. Peace.